The big bass small woofer category is extremely popular right now. It's impressive when an 8-inch woofer is as loud, if not louder, than a 12. There are a ton of great brands out there that have accelerated this category to what it is today. And Memphis has recently jumped in with their legendary Mojo line and created the Mini Mojos, available in 6.5 and 8-inch. So stay with us as we go over these woofers and test them out. Hey, what's up? I'm Josh from Breaker Stereo, and not only does Memphis offer these woofers individually, they have created prefab boxes designed specifically for these woofers and have recently released vehicle-specific boxes for trucks like the Silverado, like the Ford F-150, and the newer Ram that fit underneath the back seat of those crew cab vehicles. Now in this video, we're going to be going over the woofer details along with the boxes that they make. And then we'll break out the Term Lab SPL meter and test some of these woofers out, so don't go anywhere. Let me start off by saying that we have been really impressed with the performance of these woofers, especially in these prefab boxes. To hear a set of 8-inch woofers hit and sound as loud as most good 12-inch woofers is pretty impressive. We've even done vehicles with a single 8-inch sound as good as a pair of average 10s. But we'll get into that a little later when we start to test these boxes out. Okay, let's jump right into some of the details and specs. So as mentioned, these are available in 6.5 and 8-inch. All the boxes are vented and are available in either single or dual. Also, there's a dual 6.5-inch downfire wedge box that fits good in an SUV or a hatchback. And the specific boxes I was talking about for the full-size pickups are available for Ford F-150 2009 and up, Chevy Silverado 2007 and up, and the Ram pickups 2019 and up. Okay, let's talk about the specs. Now, both of the 6.5 and 8-inch come in either a dual 4 or a dual 2-ohm voice coil. These have a fiberglass reinforced cone with stitched foam surround, vented cast aluminum basket, and they also have Memphis patent pending DVVC direct vent voice coil cooling, which forces air through these vents on the back of the magnet directly onto the voice coil, and aluminum heatsink. So we have lots of cooling features for the voice coil to keep the heat off of it when you're pushing these to the max. So both of these woofers have a 4-layer copper voice coil. Now the 6.5 has a 1.5-inch voice coil and the 8-inch has a 2-inch voice coil. The 6.5s handle 700 watts RMS and 1400 watts peak, and the 8-inch handle 900 watts RMS and 1800 watts peak. The mounting depth on the 6.5 is 5 inches, and on the 8-inch it's 5 3/4, and both come with a 1-year warranty. The price on the 6.5s are $179 each, and the 8-inch are $239 a piece. So the single 6.5-inch loaded is $279, and if you want that in a dual setup, that's $449. And the 8-inch prefab single box is $339, and a dual 8-inch is $549. Okay, and the truck specific boxes for the Chevy, Ford, and the Ram are all $699 and come in dual 8s, vented of course. Okay, so each of these prefab boxes are made beautifully. You have carpet on the outside, the back, and the bottom. The front does have some acrylic on the front. As you can see, you have the Memphis logo here and also the Mojo logo here as well. Now in this particular one, we did put this grill on, so that is optional. And this box is made of 3/4-inch wood, and there are braces inside that support that heavy magnet. So this is a really well-made box, especially for the money. And all the truck boxes are made of 3/4-inch wood, and then these are actually lined in like a Rhino liner or a Line X. Now these boxes do come with some grills. Okay, and the truck specific boxes for the Chevy, Ford, and the Ram are all $699 and come in dual 8s. All right, so to find out more about these boxes, including the dimensions, or to purchase them, just click the links in the description below, and that'll take you directly to each product page. Now remember, we do have financing available. So if you got good credit, bad credit, no credit, all credit is good credit at Breaker Stereo. Simply add to cart, pick a finance option, get approved, and we'll send your gear out to you ASAP. Okay, let's hit the bay and test these woofers out. Okay, so we got a 2014 Kia Soul, and right now we got our Term Lab mic up on top. As you can see, we got the TermLab Magnum here, and we have our laptop, and that's going to display our SPL reading. All right, so let's get this going. Okay, so we got 132.8, not bad for a single 8-inch subwoofer in a ported box. Okay, let's move on to the next box. This is a 6.5-inch dual ported enclosure. Okay, that's pretty good. You're looking at 133.3 on the 8-inch box. It did 132.8, so a slight improvement. Again, those are two 6.5-inch subwoofers, man. Two 6.5s. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, and I'm gonna grab a Kicker Comp R single ported box. We're gonna throw it in here. We can get a measurement so you can see how these woofers stack up against, let's say, a standard type 12-inch in a ported box. Okay, so we got the kicker loaded in. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, so 132.2, not as good as either the single 8-inch or the dual 6. So, all right, so now you guys can kind of see where we're coming from. You're taking an 8-inch woofer versus a 12-inch woofer, and you're comparing against the two. Now, granted, the 8-inch woofer costs a little bit more. We're not talking about a lot, okay? We're talking about $339 for the single 8. That Comp R 12-inch that we're listening to, Kicker, is $269. So you're only talking about $70 difference between the two, and you're getting more, not by a lot, because you're at 132.8 versus 132.2, but it's an 8-inch woofer, right? And so when, let's say, your homeboy's in your car, your friend's in your car, and they're like, what do you got? And you're like, a 12. And you're like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. But they go, what do you got? And you go, I got a single 8. They're like, damn, that 8 pounds. So there's a big difference there as far as like credibility is concerned. If you're looking at a 12-inch that does 132 decibels versus an 8-inch that does 132 decibels. Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna switch vehicles, and we're gonna go ahead and check out some of the truck boxes. Okay, so this is a 2017 Chevy Silverado. We have the dual 8-inch underneath the seat box here. We're gonna go ahead and test this thing out and see what kind of reading we can get. Okay, 129.4. Now hold on. You guys have to understand, this was a quick and dirty demo. I left the amplifier I had in this already, which is an 1100 watt amplifier. It really needs, these really need about 1800 watts. Okay, so if I had that bigger amplifier, I'm gonna guess that would probably get maybe 3 to 4 dB more, putting us at about 133, 134 decibels. Okay, but nevertheless, this box is awesome, goes underneath the seat. You don't need to modify the seat or lift the seat or anything like that. It's just ready to go for 699 bucks. Is an excellent deal. Okay, so all in all, these woofers are extremely impressive. You can take an 8-inch and have it sound like a 12. That's pretty mind-blowing in my book. If you're interested in any of these products, there are links in the description below taking you directly to each product page. Okay, if you like this video or found it useful, make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to our channel. We're consistently putting out videos like this around car audio, so you don't want to miss anything. Also, as a side note, maybe we will revisit the truck boxes that Memphis has to offer. I really think that box can put out more if it had more power behind it. Okay, my name is Josh. I'm with Breaker Stereo. Thanks for watching.